Hi guys, welcome back to the show. It is Sarah right here on the Sunrise, and we're going to be talking about how the NHS pass is actually not recognized in some countries. All right, now this is obviously a big problem here in the United Kingdom, and when you travel into other countries as well, because right now, in addition to your passport, something else that you really need to travel is the pass that says you've been fully vaccinated. Is this this whole thing that says, look, what, you're free to get yourself vaccinated, you're free to travel because you've been fully vaccinated, and that you also have a lower risk of getting of getting the virus, especially since you are vaccinated. All right, so this vaccine pass is equally important as your passport, right? And that's just how things are right now. And it's not just in the United Kingdom, it's in fact all over the world as well. You literally can't travel if you haven't been vaccinated, and you don't have a certification that proves that you have been vaccinated, and obviously an authentic certificate at best. All right, so that's why we're going to be talking about it, because this is something that we need to talk about, right? Because into this whole problem comes this whole question of, what about these other vaccines, like Sinopharm, like Sinovac, if I'm not mistaken. Why aren't those vaccines recognized? What's the whole issue with that right now? Obviously, we're going to be talking about all of that as well. But before we head into that conversation, I want to very quickly remind you that you can, in fact, be a part of the show. All you need to do is just text me or call me on 07852473473. Share your thoughts, share your opinions. I would love to hear your thoughts on this conversation as well. All right. And something else that you can obviously do is to go like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and actually make sure that you're always informed and you're always updated by following us on our social pages. Right now, you can also subscribe to our YouTube as well, and don't forget to download our app either, right? Because our app is now actually available for free on both the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store, which means that you can listen in from anywhere you are in the world at any time of the day, and you are always listening to the conversation. All right, so don't actually forget to share your thoughts and share your opinions with us, because that would be absolutely amazing. Okay, and now let's actually head into our conversation about how the NHS pass is actually not recognized in in certain countries. All right, now to basically to talk about what exactly is going on and to figure out why exactly this is happening. Now, British tourists actually face difficulties in proving their vaccine status in Europe, right? And this is following a delay in linking the NHS COVID pass to the EU system due to gaps in the British government's application to Brussels. Okay, so basically, what happened was an IT tie-up that would actually ensure automatic recognition across the 27 member states of the information held on the NHS app. All right, and this is basically what happened. All right. However, because of this whole IT tie-up, this stopped facilitating both international travel and access to hospitality, where proof of vaccine status is also required. All right. Now, the UK government actually made an application to link up to the EU's digital COVID certificate on 28th of July. Right. However, the European Commission has actually held off on giving its approval, basically because it sought extra technical information from Whitehall. Okay, so basically with this whole delay, what that essentially means is that people aren't actually going to be able to they're not actually going to be able to go to countries to travel as well, because of this delay in this whole pass that is not being recognized, right? And also the fact of the matter is, this linking up is also taking a lot of time, right? So it's causing a lot of chaos, it's causing a lot of difficulties, and it's something that really needs to be addressed, right? Because if people are vaccinated, if people are fully vaccinated, then why is it that the NHS pass isn't recognized, right? What's the whole deal with that? Right now, at least 19 EU countries, including major tourist destinations, such as France and Spain, have actually unilaterally accepted the NHS app as proof of vaccine status, right? And difficulties still remain for some travelers from England and Wales, and this is due to the lack of pan-EU recognition. All right. However, according to the United Kingdom government's latest advice, Hungary will actually only accept a locally issued immunity certificate as proof of vaccine status from travelers from the UK by air. All right. So they have to make sure that their vaccine certificate is in fact locally issued, right? Because if not, they're not actually going to let them come into the country. So these are some of the changes these are some of the changes that are happening here in the United Kingdom, or rather in other countries with regard to the NHS COVID pass, right? Or the vaccine pass. So make sure you stay tuned because we're actually going to head into a small break now. And after that, we will be back to discuss more of this. But obviously, until then, make sure you stay tuned.
Are you looking to achieve the most relevant qualification to kickstart your career? Then reward yourself with the best globally recognized professional business qualification, CIMA. Irrespective of the field you aspire to succeed in, a CIMA qualification can add immense value to your resume and professional life. Succeed in your CIMA journey with supportive tuition provided by qualified lecturers and resources. Nanaska is the leading registered CIMA tuition provider in Sri Lanka with over a decade in the industry and hundreds of success stories. With qualified and certified tutors, Nanaska now provides easy access 100% virtual classes so that you could succeed at your exams and in life right from the comfort of your home. At Nanaska, it's not just about a qualification. We help you think out of the box and build a personality. Exciting offers also await students overseas. Enroll now. Call +94 77 499 7338 or visit www.nanaska.com. Commence your CIMA journey at Nanaska and become a globally recognized leader. Nanaska, smile with results.
Cycling in London is not child's play. How to be a better cyclist. Listen to my show, only on Relaks Radio. I'm Kevin. Join me every Thursday, 5 p.m. Look forward to seeing you.
Hi guys, welcome back to the show. It is your girl Sarah, and I am super excited to be here because we're talking about how the NHS pass is actually not recognized in some countries. All right, now obviously that is in fact a big problem for people who are traveling from the United Kingdom to other countries, because like I said, your vaccine pass actually is as equally important as your passport, right? Essentially, if you don't have your vaccine pass, if you don't have a document that certifies that you've been fully vaccinated, then you can't really travel. All right, so it's equally important. And now the problem is that even though people have been fully vaccinated, the NHS pass is actually not recognized in some countries. All right, so this happens to be the latest problem with regard to vaccine passports and whatnot, right? And recently, actually some time back, I saw someone making this there were a lot of people that were very they were very upset about the fact that they had to show their vaccine status and that they couldn't travel because they were saying, oh, you know what, that's private and confidential information. I shouldn't have to tell anyone I'm vaccinated and whatnot. But the truth is, for as long as passports have existed, they basically ask you to show that you have been vaccinated, especially if you're going to the United Kingdom, or rather the United States, right? Actually, it's the United States. So if you're going there, you have to show that you've been vaccinated for polio. And, there's a whole bunch of other diseases. But the fact of the matter is, for a lot of places, you have to show that you have been vaccinated. All right. That's just the truth of it. And having to show a vaccine your vaccine passport that for the fact that you've been vaccinated for coronavirus is not something new. And I don't honestly understand why so many people are creating so much of chaos about it. And ironically, it also happens to be people who are anti-maskers, who are anti-vaxxers. Like, you're not even getting the vaccine, so what exactly are you talking about? Like, stop this. It's that's just how I feel about it. All right, but let's actually head back into our conversation. But before we do that, I want to very quickly remind you that you can in fact be a part of the show. All right, all you need to do is just text me or call me on 078-524-73473. Share your thoughts, share your opinions, because I would love to hear what you have to say. And don't forget to go like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and even TikTok, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, because that way you can always stay updated about what we're talking about what we are going to talk about, and all of that. All right. And don't forget to download the app either, because that's available on both the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. You can listen in from anywhere in the world at any time of the day while you're doing whatever it is that you're doing. And that's absolutely amazing. And now let's actually head back into our conversation, because we're going to be talking about how, British tourists actually face difficulties in proving their vaccinated status, simply because a lot of these countries, or some countries, don't actually accept the NHS pass as legal, as a legal certificate where people have been fully vaccinated. All right. Now, in Italy, travelers from England and Wales have actually reported problems in entering bars and restaurants using the NHS Covid pass, while those seeking to enter Latvia and the Czech Republic have been told that they need to have a paper certificate. Okay. So the UK has been in technical talks with the Commission for months over linking the NHS Covid pass to that of the EU, and both systems basically use a QR code that can be scanned to allow for verification. All right. Now, a link up between the two would actually ensure that both sides can digitally verify COVID certificates without the need for physical checks, right? So, I mean, in my opinion, I feel like digital certificates are actually much safer at this point, because when you're talking about physical certificates, you might not necessarily give it to their hand, but you understand what I'm saying, right? You might come in contact with someone who's COVID, or there's a lot of complications to that. And given the fact that it's the 21st century, it's 2021, why are we relying on relying on physical documents, right? Especially when everything is so easily accessible online. So I personally, in my opinion, I think that a digital COVID certificate is in fact what is best, and is in fact what is most helpful for what is most helpful when you're traveling abroad, right? And come on, if you're a scatterbrain like me, you're probably going to lose your COVID pass somewhere along the way while you're traveling, because I would definitely do that. All right. But a digital certificate is much, much safer, and it's also much, you wouldn't lose it, is what I'm trying to say. All right. And UK officials actually said that it would offer further assurance to travelers. Now, while the UK's application has been slow to be submitted and accepted, Switzerland vaccination passport was in fact approved on the 8th of July, while use of vaccine certificates issued in Ukraine, Turkey, and even North Macedonia has been possible in the EU since last Friday. All right. Now, North Macedonia actually had applied for the recognition on 8th July, while Turkey actually submitted the application on 9th July, and Ukraine sought equivalence on the 16th of July. All right. So basically, that is the latest with regard to the NHS COVID pass, COVID-19, and all of that. So make sure to share your thoughts and your opinions with me. However, now we're going to be heading into a small break, and after that, we will be back to discuss more of this. Obviously, until then, make sure that you stay tuned.
The valuations that you place on an asset are always behind you. It's always in hindsight. It's never in front of you. And that's one of the challenges, right? Because you're always valuing what happened yesterday, and what you need is what's going to happen tomorrow.